Yeah, that's not bad. Ooh, the lighting in here, the way that this light is hitting the wall, it kind of cheers up that picture in an interesting way. So, first of all, I don't know which I'd rather say first, and I sometimes remember the strongest. Um, be kosher. Your content, yours and yours solely. Uh, you can talk about the inspiration a little bit, but try not to bring too much of it into your own. Just saying this because it's something I just saw when I was coming to, not nothing to do with me, but when I was coming to do this video, um, I saw the news feed. I just really wanted to do a quick video. I don't really have a cough, even though I just did cough. Um, but I was outside in the cold uh, with our dog a lot the other day, and I don't know. I just feel like in the chest. I slept fine, and that I'm gonna have a bit more coffee, but I don't have a lot to say, and I want to make sure that I am good and at as best as I can be for my podcast interview with my guest in about an hour and a half. Um, it's looking like this. But I just wanted to quickly share something because when I was thinking about it, because I haven't done an interview in a little while, feels like. Well, actually, Mutual was a couple months ago only, I think, but before then it had been a while. And that's not necessarily how it should be, but it's how it is, how it's been. Um, because it's conference, I'm not busy. But I just wanted to state because I know that a lot of people, and hoping that people will click on this because they relate to it. Um, would be the main reason. But you know, even if you're someone that does podcast host interviews with people often on here, and some do it very well, I will say that, and you can think you do if you do it. But I just wanted to state a couple of things that I notice are distracting. I try my best not to, you know, be too distracting, but that I notice are distracting or that kind of are a turn off. And then I think I can't be the only one. One, overuse of technology. I guess some people like it as a just in case the audio is not hearable, let's mic things, and it's also for the look of things, I think, a lot of people do kind of expect it. It looks a bit more pro, I guess, but I think you can do just as good a video uh, without that. I've also seen some that have been mic'd, and I have fine hearing, and I know how to turn my volumes up if I need to. I have very sensitive hearing, actually, for the most part. And there's the occasional one. It's like I don't even know why they're mic'd because I still can't hear them very well. It's like they're mic'd, but their mic isn't either very good or set properly. Um, but I do find I can mostly put up with clutter, even if it's not my own, because I struggle with that. Um, so it's not so much about what else is in the in the background or on the tables or whatever. Sometimes maybe, but the equipment, you know, like okay, mics I can understand. Why do you feel the need for headphones? Because I mean, I never, I barely use them anyway, but certainly not when I'm hosting a guest. And you're sitting right there with each other. Can't you just listen to each other without headphones? Um, the other thing that I wanted to mention is, and I have ADHD, so I do know that that's a real thing, and we can only do our best. But is actually like exactly how this is positioned. It's almost a little too close to me, but it's not bad. And I think I might actually just keep it up here. Uh, but is like when you're asking a guest questions, And even if you don't use the word guest, like you're podcasting with a friend and you're talking and you know, conversation is one thing, and that's how it should feel like for the most part. And then when people are watching it, whether they're chatting or not, they're feeling included in a conversation. I mean, it's not all bad to feel like it's a question and answer thing. And some people they want to be super organized and super you know either scripted or tight with the stuff, and I understand that, and you want to make sure both people are comfortable. But I think not being fully scripted and being somewhat organic and open with your thoughts, that may come up, I think is a good thing. And that um, I just feel like sometimes I watch people, and you can tell that they're not really listening to the answer that they're getting. They've got the questions all prepared, and it's kind of like they're almost acting as if they're thinking to themselves, okay, I hope this person finishes answering this question soon, shuts up, so that I can ask the next one. And I do understand you want to try and get through your questions, and you just there could be a bit of anxiety in that too. Like you want to make sure that that one, that you do get through them, and two, that it goes well, and you want to see the finished product, and you maybe kind of rush it a little bit. These are easy mistakes to make, and so I do understand that. And I wouldn't even entirely call them fully mistakes in a lot of cases, but I do understand that. But just when I'm thinking about kind of doing mine today, it comes to mind. It comes to mind that these are some things to maybe consider. Now there was someone there for a few seconds, and I was going to be like, okay, I think I actually kept this under 10 minutes, this particular one, and I don't have much else to say. Then somebody tuned in, but it doesn't look like you're still here. If you are, you're welcome to watch from the beginning of this and check out any of the other live streams. And yes, in about an hour and 15 minutes, I'll be doing my interview. So stay tuned. I hope you will enjoy it. I hope that you will find it insightful and relatable. And if not for you, maybe somebody that you know that it might be uh, helpful for. Um, I don't know if I'd say it's a topic about like you know somebody super unique and interesting. I mean, I've never done a video call with them before, but I'm curious to see how it goes, and I think it is a good topic. It's just it may not be a super relatable one, but in some ways it will be. Um, and yeah, um, yeah, you know. Um, so there is somebody here right now, and I do thank you for being here. This one is a bit of a shorter one for me, and you left, so or at least it looks like you have. See, that's the thing is sometimes it only appears as if, and then they comment and say, no, they're still here. So again, if you're still here, I'm sorry that I'm wrapping this up, but I'll be rolling again very shortly today. And like I say, it'll be a bit unique from a lot of mine because I will be on screen with somebody, hoping that devices cooperate, and you know, yeah. So, okay, bye for now. Talk to you later. Oh, and another thing I should say, in case you see this between then and now, is you're welcome to come into the conversation and join the chat. Even though I'm not going to be the only one in the video, I think that we both feel like that could happen, and that would be okay. So, it's not like it's a huge distraction. Again, as long as maybe I'll try and go back and forth. If there's questions coming, we've looked at some of mine. I'll look at the viewers' questions, and then we'll go back to mine. I don't have that many actually, but I do have a few. So Stay tuned, and bye for now.